pussy ass nigga. Look at you looking all cute. Wearing my shit. Sponge boy me bob. With Mr. Plankton up here, a nice juicy Krabby Patty with a special Krabby sauce. On the double. Hey bro, you got a phone call. Oh yeah, and save me some chum. I might get a little hungry.
He's finally done it. Keir Starmer officially has a TikTok account. I suggest you go take a look. Not to follow him, mind you, but to see the sheer amount of abuse that's happening in his comment section. I voted for you, and I regret that decision. How long do you think it'll take him to turn his comments off? Then we've got this video that was posted 3 minutes ago. I feel like I'm going to get taxed for viewing your profile.
TikTok, follow me.
Sorry, Keir, but no one's following you anywhere, son. Is his PR team going mental? The bloke's just broken multiple promises and released an awful budget which raised tax on working people, and his PR team thinks now's the right time to start a TikTok account. Not to mention he's also popped this video up and you can hear people heckling in the background.
Hello.
I mean, at this point, you can only assume one of two things, right? Either Labour's completely tone deaf and they genuinely actually don't know what's going on in the country and how people feel about them, or they do know and they just don't care.
It's been a year, Daddy. I really, really miss you. I forgive you for abusing me.
What is that, bro?
It actually smells like fucking dog shit in my room. Yo, nothing, jerk.
Want this cheese full?
The 6-7 meme has officially gone too far. Bro, at this point, almost every human on Earth knows about it. Schools are literally banning the word because kids lose their minds when someone says it. Politicians are talking about it like it's a national emergency. It's gotten so big that the dictionary added it to their database as word of the year. Games like Fortnite and Overwatch are adding emotes just to ride behind. Even I Show Speed ended a stream early after seeing a 67 in-game. And the worst part? People trying to make copycats like 4-1 or 5-6. We need to finally leave this meme behind in 2026.
It's ice, oh my god. It's ice, oh my god. It's ice, oh my god. Don't have no papers and here comes the squad. It's ice, oh my god. It's ice, oh my god. It's ice, oh my god. No tengo papeles, pinche Diego. No enchiladas for me this Christmas. I will have to flee this Christmas. Hiding somewhere in trees this Christmas. USA, I won't depart. No enchiladas for me this Christmas. I will have to flee this Christmas. Hiding somewhere in trees this Christmas. USA, I won't depart.
Let's talk about one of the dumbest cancellations in internet history, that being Call Me Carson. Call Me Carson was a 26-year-old YouTuber who was known for two things. Number one, trolling people on Discord. Him and his friends would often raid Discord servers and just begin trolling the members. And this was his main content, it was pretty funny. And number two, this meme right here behind me. This meme right here, also known as the Joe Swanson meme, was a massive meme back in 2018. I mean, come on, everybody has seen this meme before. This meme basically gave Call Me Carson his career, and he pretty much became a celebrity after this. Now, one thing that Carson didn't realize was that when you become famous, a lot of people are going to try to stab you in the back, and this also includes people that are really close to you. The first instance was his girlfriend, Katarino. Call Me Carson used to date another fellow Twitch streamer by the name of Katarino, and essentially she would get exposed for cheating on Carson with another one of his YouTuber friends known as Fitz. And after this, Katarino would post this very infamous and terrible apology video. Now, even though the situation gave Carson a career boost because a lot of people felt bad for him, I mean, the dude got cheated on, off the bat, two people who he thought were close to him already backstabbed him and his career was just getting started. But what Call Me Carson wasn't prepared for was this second betrayal. Now, this second betrayal would come from the Lunch Club. The Lunch Club was basically a group of YouTubers that Carson was part of. And these guys were really close to each other, almost like brothers. But one day, a member by the name of Travis and another member by the name of Hugbox would both come together to expose Call Me Carson to Keemstar. Apparently, when Call Me Carson was 19, he was sending explicit photos to a 17-year-old. And once they gave this information to Keemstar, he basically just put everything on blast and made a big deal out of it, when in reality, it wasn't even that deep. Now, to be honest, the allegations were not bad. This was honestly savable. But Call Me Carson made a huge mistake. There are two things you could do when you get exposed as a big creator. Number one, address the allegations and keep it pushing and uploading every day. Or number two, don't address anything and keep uploading. Call Me Carson did neither of that. He picked the worst one, which is not saying anything and just going ghost. Call Me Carson did not understand the fact that on the internet, silence equals guilt. You never go quiet after getting exposed for something. Call Me Carson even had YouTubers like Penguin Zero literally sticking up for him, yet he still decided to disappear and not say anything. Now, he would return back to YouTube, but his viewership had dropped tremendously. Now, even though people forgot about the allegations, which was a good thing, people also forgot about him. And slowly, Call Me Carson would begin to fall off. This is truly one of the saddest downfalls of a YouTuber I've ever seen.
Did you know this is the only place in the USA where the president can't enter, even if he wanted to? And what's most shocking? You have never heard of this place before. This 2,700-acre private zone is so off-grid that it won't appear on any map, and it is controlled by fewer than 2,500 of the wealthiest men on Earth, many worth over $100 billion each, and access is locked behind a membership list that has a 20-year wait time. It is the second most surveilled place after Area 51 in the US, with 24/7 infrared perimeter sensors, private patrols, and a security network that costs over $5 million a year. But here's the twist. The president is only allowed in once a year, And even then, he must enter as a guest, not as commander-in-chief. Every July, the president, along with 2,000 of the world's most influential men, gather here for a 2-week retreat where phones, cameras, and journalists are banned at 100% and with 0% government oversight. This place is Bohemian Grove, hidden deep inside the California redwood forest.
If you ever wondered who the first person was to truly get canceled on TikTok, look no further than Don Ellish. Don Ellish was a TikToker who was fairly known in 2020. However, his content was a bit interesting. You see, there was this feature back in the day called the duet feature, and it's actually still on TikTok, however not many people use it. Essentially, Don Ellish would use this feature to react to other people's content. Now usually in these reactions, Don Ellish would start the video off smiling. However, usually the videos he would react to would have like some crazy twist, and he would make this face right here. And him just making this face would cause him to get hated by the entire internet. There was a time where Don Ellish would react to videos of LGBT couples, and again, like his regular videos, he would start the video off smiling, but then every time the couples would do something zesty, he would make this face right here. And of course, since this was 2020 and people were soft, they decided to cancel Don Ellish. And this cancellation was so bad that it even made the news. Yes, instead of reporting about actual crimes, the news was reporting about a TikToker reacting to videos and making a face. This is how soft people in 2020 were. After this, TikTok would get a hold of the situation and they decided to ban Don Ellish 7 times. However, Don Ellish kept coming back under a new persona where he tried to wear a hat and glasses and pretend that it wasn't him. But even then, TikTok would still catch on to him and they would ban his accounts. Now, despite being one of the most hated creators on the app during the time, Don Ellish also had a very strong fan base. And since they thought what TikTok was doing to Don Ellish was wrong, they decided to revolt. So millions of Don Ellish's fans would change their profile photos to a picture of Don Ellish, and they would begin wreaking havoc on TikTok. It even got so bad that multiple creators were making videos warning other creators about people with this profile photo. However, once Don Ellish's fanbase realized that this wasn't going to get unbanned, they stopped. And we would not hear from Don Ellish for years. Now fast forward to today, Don Ellish surprisingly has TikTok. And this is what he currently looks like now. He looks a lot more different than when he first got cancelled, with a lot of people even commenting how his health has seemingly dwindled. It seems like Don Ellish has moved on from his typical reaction content, and he kind of just posts whatever he wants. But yeah, Don Ellish will forever be known as the first man to get canceled without saying a single word.
Did you know that technically TikTok was supposed to be banned again today? The last time Donald Trump signed an extension for TikTok to not be banned was supposed to end today on December 16th. That is, until he secretly signed another extension just 9 days later, giving TikTok 120 days to be sold or be banned again. So this officially pushes the date to January 23rd, 2026, just over 1 month from today. And ever since the president signed the extension back in October, we haven't heard anything else about the TikTok ban at all. So what we're hoping is that it's going to come January and we're either going to get another extension or the sale is finally going to be over and we don't ever have to worry about TikTok going away again. But let me know, did you guys even know that TikTok was technically supposed to get banned today? Because honestly, I completely forgot about it.
Okay, so how did a singular chicken sandwich cause the entire United States to go against each other and cause so much mayhem that it had to be pulled from stores? This is the Popeyes chicken sandwich. We all remember back in 2019 how crazy everyone was for this sandwich. But what exactly caused all this to happen? See, it all started with Chick-fil-A. See, during the time, Chick-fil-A was the crown kings of chicken sandwiches. Even though there were multiple other restaurants that had pretty good chicken sandwiches, it was universally agreed that Chick-fil-A's was the best. And besides, Chick-fil-A is more proper, class, and everyone is more inclined to eat there. But not so much for Chick-fil-A's dirty cousin, Popeyes. You see, when you think of Popeyes, you think oily, greasy chicken. Popeyes didn't exactly have the best reputation, and they didn't really have a chicken sandwich either. And quite frankly, Popeyes was tired of being shoved to the side while all the other chicken sandwiches got their glory. So one day, Chick-fil-A would tweet out that they had the original chicken sandwich that everybody loved. And then Popeyes decides to check Chick-fil-A. They say, yo, y'all good? And this pretty much ignited the infamous chicken sandwich wars. And even though multiple other restaurants such as Wendy's and Shake Shack would get involved, the top two were mainly Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Now, when Popeyes put out this tweet, they realized something. They were like, damn, we don't got a chicken sandwich. We're talking all this shit, but we can't even back up our talk. We don't even have a chicken sandwich. And Chick-fil-A was like, yeah, all y'all got are chicken, fries, and rats in your restaurant. And Popeyes was like, oh, hell no. So they decided to drop the infamous chicken sandwich. Literally a normal chicken sandwich, but for some reason, America couldn't get enough of it. Humongous lines began forming outside of Popeyes. Everyone and their mom wanted a piece of this chicken sandwich. And this led to people just fighting each other, stealing, and overall just causing mayhem to get to this chicken sandwich. It even got so bad that Popeyes ended up running out of chicken sandwiches, and they had to stop selling the product entirely for a period of time. Now in the end, it did return and people still kept going crazy over it. And the Popeyes chicken sandwich was basically like the PS5 at one point. Like, it was extremely hard to get. But obviously, as some time went by, it started to become more accessible. Now, it was after this whole incident where Popeyes took the crown from Chick-fil-A because they were crowned the kings of the chicken sandwich.